this stream is just kicking in for, which will be all of you, we just did about 2 minutes of introductory talk to no one because I hadn't clicked start broadcast yet. We were just talking to ourselves. But we're here now. So thanks very much for joining Battle Camper. We're here to do some fixer-uppering today. I've got a box of broken elves because my cat destroyed them. And I'm joined by Chris Powell.
Hello there.
Hello. You're very much invited to join in and do some fixer-uppering of your own. There's a thread in the Facebook group. I haven't put the Facebook group link in the description yet. I'll do that in just a second. So you can always join the Facebook group and join in by giving some TLC to some old armies that need it, who've been sorely neglected. Otherwise, I suppose it's just banter, I guess. That's what you people do, isn't it? Talk in the comments inanely. I know, it's fucking annoying, to be honest. Great, we got like 3 minutes in before I accidentally swore. Anyway, yes, I hope everyone's good. How is everyone? Who's in? How is everyone? Let us know. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to audit the miniatures that I've got to get through today. Unfortunately, my camera ran out of power about a second before we're due to start. It's a really, really crap camera for streaming because the USB can't feed it power quickly enough for it to actually remain on indefinitely. So, yeah, not optimal. So we're going to give that some time to warm up while we do some introductory chatter, and then we'll audit the miniatures. Oh, good.
It's coming. Your day is coming.
Oh, mate. Oh, everyone. I think everyone tuned in at the end of this beautiful sunny bank holiday Monday for an audit. That's what they're here for. Let's start with chat. Let's go through chat and see who's in. Sean, evening. Good evening. Hope you're doing good. I hope you're working on something cool. Sorry. Let me just drop the Facebook group in the chat. There it is. Physic Evo. I can't remember who you are. I'm so sorry. I've forgotten that username. But evening and welcome. Michael, evening all. Hello. Frederick got COVID at Ardacon. Dude, I'm sorry. That sucks. Have you got symptoms? I hope you're on the road to recovery. I'm still recovering from Ardacon, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you're doing good. John, complaining that we were 2 minutes late. Well, technically, we started the stream on time. We just didn't broadcast it. So I think from my perspective, we actually did pretty good. We were quite punctual. Damien? You don't have to. You just sit there and look pretty. Damien, evening all. Evening, Damien. How you doing? J-Mac, Boo the cat. Oh, hang on. Are you saying Boo cat as in the cat is called Boo, which she is? Or are you saying Boo cat as in Boo cat? You'll have to clarify.
Boo cat.
Yeah, Boo. Because, yeah, I mean, both are accurate. I was a bit pissed off, but we'll go through the damage shortly. There is damage, unfortunately. I thought we got away with most of it, but we haven't. Frederick, COVID, yeah, sorry, dude. Really hope you're feeling better. Tom, hey, Tom Marshall, how you doing? Evening, chaps and chapettes. How's it going with you? Sean Clark, whip thread sounds familiar. Yeah, I did steal that. I steal everything. I stole something from JMac earlier today. I stole the whip thread from Battle Streams of Middle Earth. Whatever I can, whatever looks even. I have no shame at all. Michael Haskell, can't stay long sadly. Got some family for bank holiday weekend dinner awaits. That sounds a lot more pleasant anyway, to be honest. That sounds pretty nice. So I hope I hope you have a good evening dinner with your family. Physic. I picked up some Khazad-dûm dwarves and are now painting them and thinking what base to give them. That's awesome. Khazad-dûm dwarves. Chris, do you want to share your pearls of wisdom, having attended a tournament with them?
Oh yeah. I based mine with snow bases because that was the theme that we already had. So I just did the same thing. So yeah.
Good. That's good.
Snow is an option.
Snow is an option. I tell you what, I've just placed my first order today of Generation Shift bases. I don't know if you know them, Chris.
I don't.
So basically, Generation Shift is... I've never bought... They're big in the Middle-earth community. It's a really lovely guy who just produces bases. I think he just does them for Middle-earth specifically. Obviously, they would work with other systems. But they're all based around, like, common Middle-earthy environments. So you've got, like, Broken City, which is obviously sort of an Asciliath type thing. You've got like a more pristine cobbled city, which is like Minas Tirith. There's some beautiful new jungle ones, and I've put my first big order in for my next army, so I'm very excited about that. Battlestream's Middle-earth Theftery. I know. I would say that it's themey though. All I'm being Alex Temple, Master Burglar. Yeah. So, which I suppose makes you the fire-breathing dragon. Tom, Chris's volume is very low. Sorry about that, guys. Let me turn him up. That's my fault. Okay, Chris, do you want to give us a shout? Okay, hopefully you'll let us know whether or not.
I'll talk at normal volume so you can hear it better.
Hopefully that's better. But I've turned him up. Turned him on and up. Houstonian greetings all. Houstonian, no, not you. I was going to give you Houstonian greetings. This is a disaster. What an absolute fucking train wreck of a greeting.
Well, howdy there.
Let's start again. Houstonian greetings all. Regular, I guess, Turnford greetings back to you. Turnford greetings back. That's great. Yeah, fuck that. Sorry, guys. That's really killed the momentum. J-Max got some Generation Shift bases. I do actually have some. I won some. I think it might have been at Seven Stones last year as a painting competition prize, because obviously I doubled up with Carl Pates, who is a extraordinarily good painter, and entirely down to his efforts, we won Best Painted. So I got a big pile of Generation Shift bases, but unfortunately they're the Minas Tirith style complete cobbled ones, and they're not the ones that's not what I'm after for this particular project. So I thought I might actually give them away as a prize.
Fair enough.
Which ones have you got, J-Max? Because John actually published a video yesterday in which he used blue stuff and green stuff to create a mold, basically just pressing the blue stuff into the basing, the terrain for Dol Guldur, the Dol Guldur terrain kits. And they used that to make a load of 3D printed bases, and they looked, not 3D printed, 3D bases. They looked amazing. I still can't hear Chris. I'm cranking him right up.
Are you sure? Is it because I haven't been talking very much? Because that will change, don't worry.
Yeah, because once I've shut up for like 10 seconds. I've cranked Chris right up. According to OBS, you're hitting the you're hitting the limiter.
Yeah.
So,
I've got it all the way up on Discord as well, so it should be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Unless he's just pranking us.
He could be pranking us. He could be. Yeah, that is on brand. He is a complete turd. Or a melt, as he would say.
Absolute melt.
That's pretty good, actually. That's quite good. Let's hope he didn't hear that. I was winding
you up in here.
I'll turn him back down again, so he's not clipping horribly. Good
J-Mac!
Yeah, well done. Whatever. Oh, good lord, what happened to your elves? Yeah, mate, well, that's what we're here to talk about in just a second. The cat happened to my elves. The cat happened. I'll get the camera on it, actually. So you guys can see that shelf up there. So you can see there's, behind the lights, there's a top high shelf, and obviously if you look down, it's pretty high up. It's not a small fall. So it was on the top shelf, and the cat obviously wanted to sit in there. So she pushed the box off that top shelf, it bounced off the bottom shelf, and these shelves weren't here. So it just bounced off the bottom shelf and fell probably about 3.5, 4 feet to the ground.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then when I came back to it, I looked up and I saw the cat, and she had just the smuggest little grin on her face. Just sat tucked where the box was, loaf mode, all her limbs tucked away, just looking very pleased with herself indeed. So that's basically what happened. What happened to the elves? But we'll get onto that in just a moment.
She said, if I fit, I sits. And even if I don't fit, I still sits anyway and make it fit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what a total complete arsehole. I should have learned when she destroyed my Darth Maul. My Gaskell, my youngest son and his fiancée have been staying with us, and they were due to fly back to the Isle of Man this afternoon. But UK air traffic control I've seen. Yeah. Oh God. Oh mate, don't envy them trying to fly out the country today.
What happened with the
some kind of glitch, and it's been affecting flights. I think they fixed the glitch now, but that's not just a colossal backlog of flights they've got to try and get out of the country.
Oh God.
Yeah, grim. So Ben, my said younger son, caught up with the recent SPG magazines with his extra time with us. That is a good use of time, to be fair. That is a good use of time.
Fair play.
I would show off my copy, but it's still in the van, unfortunately. For any of my patrons, I've got 3 copies to give away, one with each of the Ardacon videos. So I don't know. I didn't really have an end to that. Little bit
I have these.
It's like, great, well done, good on you. King of the Wands. My box flipped upside down last week going to a convention, presumably. Luckily, only lost 2 swords and a spear. Still,
convict.
Sorry,
a convict. I think he meant.
Yeah, he's going to a convict. It's that heart-stopping moment, isn't it? It's the heart-stopping moment. I mean, Damien, you'll obviously remember it's the second time this box of elves has fallen over because they fell off the table, the display table at 7 stones, and they all basically survived that. We did pretty well. But it seems like they have a nasty habit of getting themselves a bit beaten up. Yeah, it's grim. Grim. Anyway, what we're going to do is, excuse me, get the camera turned on and do a little bit of an audit, and then we'll get the glue out and we'll start doing some repairs.
Excellent.
Menu. Sorry about the faff with the camera, guys. I'm going to get a new camera so I can actually stream properly.
T-Stick says, I was kind of hoping the cat got into the box and savaged the elves like they deserved.
Well, it's in their future, I expect, to be honest. Chris has been blocked out by a new audio device detected sign, so let's just don't switch that. And then let's go ZV1. Properties. Let's deactivate you and activate you. And hopefully now...
Yeah, activated.
Great. Lovely stuff. Right. Chris, ever so slightly too loud compared to Alban. I'm going to just drop you back. With your sound levels, Chris, just completely ruining the flow of the stream, frankly. I mean, it's my fault, but...
I think, it's just, no sound device can handle my voice.
Good point. Well, I mean, I've actually I've blocked you out. Just give it. It's fine. I've blocked you out completely now. In fact, can we get just the box? No, we can't. That's just me. There we go. Right. Let's do some auditing. What we're going to do is we're going to split them into the needs attention pile, and then we'll have just a good to go pile. Needs attention is going to be defined by if they've got a break, or if they've got chipped paint. So, and what I'll do is I'll try and gather all the bits together. So we've got my Celeborn, and I definitely need him because he's coming to of Dyson Men up north. As you can see, his sword pommel has broken off, which is going to be a reet nightmare to fix, and his shield arm is missing, which will be pretty straightforward to fix. I can't see any chips. There is some chipping. There's some chipping around the bottom of the cloak there, which is weird because that's some plastic and it's usually metal that chips. So
that's weird.
Yeah, he needs all the love and care. So let's find his bits and pieces. That's someone else's shield. We've got. It's gonna be the pommel that's the hardest to find.
Yeah.
Another shield, but that doesn't appear to be his unless his arm broke off separately. Let's move this camera slightly. So as you can see, I've got a shield here, which clearly had quite a lot of glue on the back. I'm going to get the shields out of the way. They're just going to keep distracting me. I don't think either of these belong to him. Again, that might not be his. Although there are only 4 shields in the whole army, so... Let's just keep browsing. And if anyone spots a shield in here that I'm not seeing, if I'm being really blind, shout about it in chat. Because I'm not seeing another shield. There.
Uh-huh.
And that's his because it's got his arm on it. There we go. It was the last one we came to. So that's Celeborn's shield. So now we just need the pommel to his sword, which is definitely going to be the more challenging bit. I need this light out of the way briefly. Sorry, Chris, I don't mean to cut you out entirely during this bit. Tell you what, the pommel might be harder to find, so we're gonna crack on. We're going to. We've got the main bits. Why am I getting Celeborn comments? It's either Celeborn or Teleporno. Yeah, Celeborn in quotation marks. It's not the real Celeborn.
Of course.
No, shameful. Thingle, if you like. I can't remember which one it's supposed to be, and I know that John threatened to stab me if I got it wrong again. So I'm a little bit anxious about even giving it a stab. I didn't mean to use that phrase. Right, so we've got a wood elf here with a broken base. I'm not going to be too precious about who gets which base back, as long as they basically vaguely fit. So there we go, that'll do.
As long as they're basically based.
Exactly. If they're basically based, then I'm basically not concerned.
Although aren't the Patreon's names on the bases?
Yeah, they are, but I have a separate note, so I'll probably have to just rename them. So we've got a guy who needs shield here. So let's grab one of these shields, see which one fits. I think, frankly, any shield's going to go on any one. It's not going to matter too much. So we're going to put him there as a group. We've got a wood elf in good working order, so good Nick, that can go over there. We've got a high elf knight with a broken lance, or it could be the banner bearer. I don't actually know. It's the banner, I think. So there we go.
Jody seems perturbed.
Who seems perturbed?
Jody.
Jody.
Yeah.
Later stream, but what in the name of what happened to the 4 elves? Yeah, Jody, it's my cat happened. My cat happened to the elves. Absolutely shredded them, and so we're doing a bit of fixing up today. I'm getting some comments in. I'm getting some notifications, so I'm just going to check the Facebook group as well and see if anyone has posted their whips. They have. Chris, let's get to your project in a second. I'm just going to finish the audit, and then I can turn this camera back off to charge. Because you've got what looks like a bit of a project on your hands.
Yeah, which I think it's probably going to go down like a lead balloon with this lot, but whatever.
Fuck them. I mean, excellent. Tom Marshall is working on his awesome Osgiliath terrain with a hell of a lot of dry brushing, he says, and I can see why. We'll share that picture in just a moment. And someone's working on the Wraith from the new... it's Damien. Damien's working on the Wraith from the new diorama, the Get Off the Road diorama. Still working on this guy for my 48-hour Middle-earth bingo model. So he's new, so he doesn't really need fixing up, but I have fixed him up on his new horse with glue. Nice. Yes, if you needed to fix up the Get Off the Road diorama now, given I expect it only shipped last week, I'd be very disappointed. But we'll get around to showing those.
What have you been doing?
Yes, it's like, if your cat had that... it's no worse than Mike having mine, I guess. Where were we? That's right. This lot. So this guy needs both a base and he needs a shield. And again, I'm not being too precious about who gets which shield. As long as they're going to glue, that's going to glue on there just fine. So that's another little clump there. We've got a swordsman here who is in good nick. No problems there. A swordsman, again, in good nick. Little tiny bit of chipping on the back there. We might as well get that sorted while we're here. So we're going to put him down with the others. We've got an Elrond who is never finished. So Elrond does not count as a fixer-upper. He's not coming in the list. I'm not going to bother with him today. The Fountain Court Guard, though. These are where I'm really concerned because they're so bloody flimsy. I remember telling myself I'd never... Look, that's bent. I told myself I'd never ever work with forge-ruled resin pikes again because they bend and they snap. And then yesterday I ordered myself 3 new ones. So, but Games Workshop know they've got me. It's no point resisting. Right, so that's a bent pike, but I don't think it's actually going to become unbent anytime soon. So we're actually going to count that as a dunner. Sorry again, Chris. I will get back to you in just a moment. I'm sorry.
No, you carry on.
Okay, we've got an elven bowman who needs a base, and that base looks like it will fit just fine, so that'll do. I'm actually remarkably pleased that the arrow didn't snap on this one. It's an elf with an arrow notched, and obviously it's the flimsiest little thing. And the fact that survived, I'm counting my blessings. Okay, let's just tip that down a little bit. We've got... Oh, bloody hell. We've got another knight here, but one that looks like it's in good nick, so that will go in the all good pile. We've got an elf that was never fully painted and that I don't need at the moment, and is unbroken, so we're going to put that in the all good pile. Right. We've got a guard of the court that needs a pike. It's a two-handed pike we're looking for. Oh, it's so bent. The pike is so bent. I can't actually see their pike. There, no, because that pike's got an arm on it. Well, let's do this logically. I'm going to go for the ones that. So here we go. Here's one that needs a pike gluing back on, and I believe that is likely to be his pike. So that he can go in the pile down here. We've got another pike, but which guard does this belong to? That's my question. Just look, it's got an arm on it. This one. Here we go. We've married them up. He's also got a little chip there on his gold armour. So we'll give him a lick of paint, and we'll give him a pike. This is the banner bearer from the Elrond kit. I was actually so unhappy with this that I bought a new one, so he can frankly get wrecked. I'm not maybe I'll just give him back to the cat to finish the job. We've got the banner pike, and I believe that's this one. That is this one. I regret giving him a banner because as cool as it looks, I don't see any reason why I should ever take Guard of the Gladden Court with a banner. I don't know why you pay the points and lose the pike. If anyone in chat, John, just pipe up. You're my Lothlorien guy. Would you ever equip a Guard of the Court with a banner, or would you simply take a Gladden warrior with a banner? Okay, another stroke of luck here. We've got my actual Gladden warrior with banner, and he survived. We've got a survivor, even though extremely flimsy. These two were never painted. So they're going over there, that doesn't matter. Elrond. Elrond looks like, save the fact that he's been torn apart at the waist, but that actually, that minor inconvenience, he just sits on there anyway, and I think he survived unscathed. Yeah?
Apart from being utterly bifurcated.
Yeah. Great word, like it.
It's... Always throw it in when you can.
Yeah. We've got another bowman, completely unscathed, so heading over to that pile. We've got Gildor. Now, Gildor's a metal model, so yeah, we go. We've got some chip. We've got one chip on the back here. That's a big one. And annoyingly, because it's on the cloak, which has had a lot of glazing and stuff. But it's fine. We've got chips around the back as well, and a chip on the base of the sheath. So no breaks, because he's an absolute unit. But lots of chipping, and this is one of my favourite metal models in the entire range, so I want him looking his best. He's not coming to the next tournament, but he needs to. He deserves it. He deserves it. He also killed Gorolf in assassination when he was my assassin, and Gorolf was my target in the first game I ever took him to. So I believe he has earned the right to look pristine. We've got a horse, and it looks like his ear has snapped. But I don't think realistically there's anything I can do about that. It's going to be a little sort of flake of ear, and I think I'd probably cause more damage trying to put it back on, sadly. So we're going to put him in the done pile and just accept that. Oh, bloody hell, we're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. How many people have sat to watch the audit? We've increased our numbers. We've got 33 now, watching me just talk my way through which models need a bit of glue. You people are weird. We've got a swordsman here who needs a base, and that base will probably do for them. We've got another Rivendell knight in need of a lance, by the looks of things. So let's find him a lance. That will do. Yep, that looks like it was his to start with. So he's going in the to-do pile down here. Our final spearman in need of a shield. That shield will do nicely. He stayed on his base at least, so he's going in the to-do pile down here. We've got a wood elf who's in good nick, so he's just going to hop on over there. Rumil, thank God. Rumil, the absolute beast. Anyone who's watched the Seven Stones videos will know that between Rumil and the Dwarf Captain, they had one of the most exciting wargaming tabletop encounters I have ever been a part of.
Yeah.
So absolutely elated to see that he survived without need for repairs. Galadriel, another metal model I expect likely to need some paintwork. Yep, we've got some chips on the back of the hood there. That's going to be super, super easy to fix up. And none of these. This is a good lesson for anyone who's new. This is why you varnish your models. None of these models have been varnished, and that's why we've got some chipping, I think, on here. We've got a spearman who just needs a base. Wood elf spearman. We are taking some wood elves to the next tournament. God, he's got a fucking terrifying face. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what I was thinking there, but look at that. I don't know. It's the shadows under the eyes.
It'll turn up in a second, don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, he's terrifying, but terrifying or not, he deserves a base to stand on. So that will be his. Yeah, it's like, oh God, what's happening here? Yeah, appropriate reaction. Thank you. We've got a bowman, wood elf bowman, definitely in need of a base, and then concerningly, we've got our beloved sentinel, who is definitely coming to the next tournament, but who doesn't have. There's no bases left. If you look, there's no bases left.
Oh no.
So I think we'll probably have to make him a new one, unfortunately. But there's more concerningly lots and lots of chipping here. You see a huge flake of paint coming off his bow. I'm actually just going to peel that off. I think that might need even a little bit of sanding just to make sure that's nice and smooth. And then I can hand apply a primer, or it might just be small enough that I can just put a base paint back on. But that's definitely almost the entire. That's the thing about these metal models. Again, unvarnished, one chip can quite happily become a much bigger problem. But the bow at least is nice and easy to repaint. We've got a few little chips on the edge of the cloak here. They'll be nice and easy to repaint. We've got chips on the wood of the harp. And we've got chips on the quiver on the back. So that's going to need quite a lot of painting. And like I said, he doesn't actually have a base. So we're going to have to make him a new base, which means getting the UV resin back out. Not like last time. It will be completely different to last time. Thank you very much. We've then got a bowman who's never painted, so we're just going to dump him over there. Now, the only other thing that's concerning me, occurs to me, we've got lots and lots of dog hair in here, but I don't see.
No dog.
Pommel to the sword. So it could be that the pommel didn't break in this occasion. It might have broken. It might have broken at 7 stones, and been left there. Sadly.
Oh, that'd be a shame.
Yeah. It would be a shame.
You did have a good look.
It would be a tiny, tiny little part. I mean, if it had scattered off, I think the answer to Celeborn then, or Thingol, or whatever the hell is it, or a captain. I mean, sometimes I'm just going to run him as a regular captain. I think whoever he is, the answer is probably going to be to try and find a little ornament, something tiny that, or maybe something I can clip off another sword kit, that will glue onto the end there. Because otherwise it's just going to look a bit weird if it just ends. The handle can be shorter, that's fine. It just needs a pommel, basically. So we will, I think, have a look through my bits box and see what we can find. That's it. And then to stop this from happening, or at least to minimise damage, I'm just going to get rid of this absolute crap. This is like that magnetic paper stuff that's been sitting in the bottom of this tray.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute rubbish. I'll never use it again. I'm going to order myself a small baking tray and sit that in the bottom there.
That'll do it.
Yeah, and use the baking tray. Right, okay. Thank you so much for bearing with me through the audit. I'm going to switch back to all of us. I'm actually going to turn this camera off for the moment. It's going to keep this image here because we're going to catch up with chat and catch up with Chris because I've not really acknowledged your existence yet so far. So Chris, why don't you tell us what
That's what I'm used to.
So I just get you here so that if I've got to like go to the door or something, you can handle things from there, you know.
Yeah. So he's coming back. Don't worry.
You basically set the job on one of those placards that's like "Be right back."
Yeah.
Right, what are you working on?
I'm working on a Gorkanaut.
Ooh.
Years ago when I started my orcs, I did like a theme which was that they dressed up like Space Marines in order to piss Space Marines off so they come and fight them. I've since not given up on that necessarily, but I'm not that bothered about it anymore. So I've got this Gorkanaut, or at least this part of the Gorkanaut that you can see here. That's just really bright. That doesn't help either. That's not too bad. I painted it in Space Wolves colours. So this was like the Space Wolf Gorkanaut. But I'm repainting it. I'm halfway through one bit of it. I'm basically making it into a goth Gorkanaut. Now, for all the mess bloggers out there who have no idea what I was just talking about, basically, big machine just giving it a new coat of paint.
Good. Like I say, all are welcome here. Today's about fixer uppers. It's not about MESBG specifically. So.
It's just kind of funny that you have to like say that every single time you do something. It's like this isn't the MSPG thing, all right? This is
yeah. Well, it's because it's not actually an MESBG channel. I just keep getting I was meant to go to a 40k tournament when I went to Ardacon, and Tim persuaded me to go to Ardacon instead, which I think was a good decision because Ardacon was great. And this holiday, the next trip I've got coming up, the 2-week filming trip was meant to be to do. Legions Imperialis. I was going to paint my knights, and I put it to my Patreons, and I said we can do one or two things. We can either go and explore sort of Civil War battlefields from the English Civil War, and go kind of travel through the story of how the English Civil War evolved, whilst painting the knights and titans from Titanicus, ready for Legions Imperialis, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And I thought that's a really epic concept. Or we can paint my new Isengard army, whilst going and looking at all the sites so I picked up this book called The Worlds of J.R.R. Tolkien, and it's basically about all the sites in the UK and Europe that inspired the locations in Middle-earth.
Okay.
And then, of course, I put it to a group of enthusiastic Middle-earth fans and was like, mate, do you want me to paint something that you don't have any kind of interest in? Or do you want me to paint something you do have some interest in? And then was surprised by the conclusion. So that's how that went down.
Yeah.
Right, before we crack on, I'm going to catch up with chat. I might also order myself some food soon. I'm absolutely bloody starving. Oh god, you guys are absolutely on it today. Right, we're going to start with teleporno in all caps because I just think that's a good place to start generally in life. So Frederick just shouted teleporno at us. Very good start to catching up with chat. Jody, late to the stream, but what in the name of all that is good and holy happened to use poor elves? And we have covered that. Sadly, my cats happened to them. And if the cat if she ventures in today, maybe we can all give her a piece of our mind. Not in a cruel way, but just like, oh, you bloody idiot. That'll teach her. They lost a drinking game to the dwarves. They just got absolutely fucking wrecked. One of them was like, because you lost, I'm going to tear Elrond apart at the waist. What was the word? Bifurcate. Is that what you said?
Yeah, bifurcate.
Bifurcate. You will be bifurcated. That was removed from the. That was a deleted scene from Two Towers. Oh, is it Return the King they do the drinking game in? It's Return the King's next. It's after this when they're celebrating victory at Helm's Deep. God, I don't know my films at all. J-Max says, sweet looking Wraith. Wraith?
Yeah, if you look on the whip.
Whip thread. Oh, I see. Oh, of course, Damien's Wraith. Gotcha. I thought he was. I must admit, because he's done a video recently painting Wraith, so I thought he was just plugging his own shit.
Oh, this looks great. Look,
Haley, Alpin's room looking very tidy. Thank you very much. I gave it a bit of a spritz ready for the stream. I've also I've organised all my paints. And to all of you who said that they would be disorganised in a week's time, because I posted about it in the group and everyone was like, oh no, you'll be back to being a mess within a week. Get absolutely wrecked, all of you. They are still meticulously organised, as is all my hobby gear on the shelves behind me. I'm set up here. I'm actually getting my life in order. In fact, during this, so I've been tidying the house, and during it, I was like, I'm going to do this properly, down to the finest detail, which means I even sorted all of my bits. I've now got this huge collection of bits drawers down here, and I went through every single one and actually organised them into sort of properly and thematically, so that each army has got its own bits drawer and stuff. Even though I never ever use any of them, I've got like just piles and piles of bits, well organised, that I will never ever use. Ricky says, good evening, Ricky. Welcome to the stream. Quite cool. Says, I took the metal off a magnetic whiteboard for the bottom of my box. Ooh, seems like a stronger hold than a magnetic disc on magnetic sheet. Although I haven't got a cat to test it on. Well, the magnetic paper stuff I use is just complete crap. It doesn't even hold them during like regular transit. It's got to be awful. A solid sheet of metal, I think. I'm going to get to a comment in a second, in which someone says that I think that they say that baking trays basically very rarely fit the really useful boxes. So I'm gonna see if anyone can suggest. If anyone can just send me an Amazon link for the metal thing I should buy to glue into the bottom of a really useful box, I would be eternally in their debt. All right, okay. Damien says he's saying Galadrim again, throws up in mouth. So how am I?
What are you supposed to say?
I think it's Galadrim, but
Galadrim.
How you? I think the reason that people are having a go at me about it is because I don't have a regional accent. I think if I had a regional accent, you wouldn't dare be like, "Oh, you're saying Galadrim wrong," to to a Mancunian. Mancunian? How do you say? Who's someone from Manchester?
Mancunian.
That's it. Because it's like, well, it's going to be really difficult for you because you've got a regional accent to contend with. I feel put upon, to be honest, just because I was born and raised in the Midlands.
That true?
Well, I was born and raised in the Midlands.
Yeah.
No, but I've said it now, so it's out there.
It's on the internet, it's true.
Shit. No cat and no varnish is cheaper than one cat and one varnish. Yeah, but I do actually like my cat. I do like her. As much as I complain about her, she's ace. Baking trays don't fit. Trust me, I've tried. All right, tell me what to buy then. Tell me what to buy. Because other people have got these metal sheets. I don't know where you just get a big bit of thick metal, fixed 2Cs, obviously, to whack in the bottom of a really useful box.
I found some on Amazon. 2 pieces of stainless steel sheet, 30 by 15 centimetres.
30 by 15, all right. Let's...
but it's 16 quid. That's quite a lot.
It is a lot, but you spend how many hundreds of pounds on the miniatures?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just thinking.
Best to keep them safe.
I'm just thinking this probably isn't the best place to buy it. That's all. Like you could probably get the same stuff for cheaper somewhere else.
Well, I can't find my tape measure at the moment to measure up. So, that's right, it broke.
Was this 30 by 15 the right size? I don't think it is.
Probably not. Galafrim. It's meant to be with an F.
Galafrim?
Galafrim. According to Frederick, it's Galafrim. Galafrim. But that
just buy a carry... Sorry? Oh, Sean Cox says just buy a carry case.
I've never had a foam carry case that hasn't caused damage.
Same.
Particularly to resin miniatures, where you might not snap the spears, or the pikes, but over time they will bend. I used foam carry cases for Legion, and the lightsaber's always bent. And I've tried the Games Workshop ones where it's 2 sheets of like zigzaggy foam that's meant to compress together. That will bend the appendages and the spears and the swords. Like I say, for plastic miniatures, I think they're okay. Resin miniatures, I contend. Firmly.
Even plastic miniatures, they like I've got a few damaged ones. Like
so no, I will not, Sean.
So, screw you, Sean.
Yeah, keep your dirty, filthy carry case based opinions to yourself. I'm so lost. Where the hell are we?
Who the hell knows?
We've got 35 people watching me spit up rage, pure rage, at the idea of keeping my miniatures in a carry case. Is there a company over there that sells really good magnetic sheets? I tell you what, there was actually a good magnetic case on Amazon that was on big old discount the other week, and I should have bought it, but I didn't. That was a good anecdote. Also, what's the best way to get into the hobby of MESBG? Any good army deals? Oh, I bet chat is going to have a million ideas for you. I mean, I think some of the new Battle Host boxes are really good deals. That's a good place to start. The starter set's just a really good place to start. I know it's a really obvious thing to say, but you get the book, you get the new book. That's worth a bunch of money by itself. You get 2 cool armies. You get some heroes. Beautiful new plastic heroes as well. You can get some terrain. It's actually a really, really good box. I think it's the best box going of any system, and I don't say that just because it's MESBG, but because they actually put terrain in it. You know, a bit of terrain, 2 armies, and the book. I think that's awesome. I guess actually the 40k does have some with terrain in.
Yeah, but not much.
No.
I think as well with MESBG, like, yeah, to get it cheap, like eBay's not too bad because you can, because the models are so simple, i.e. they don't take much building. You're not missing out much by just getting second-hand ones and stripping them.
Yeah, that's a really good point actually.
If you can find what you're after, then there you go.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point. I think another thing is you tend to pick up deals every now and again because you have older miniatures, 20-year-old miniatures that still are the current miniatures that people picked up because they're Lord of the Rings toys, not because they're Warhammer. So, like, I saw someone post in Great British Hobbit League today saying they picked up the Attack on Weathertop box set for £2 from a car boot sale. And I expect that's because someone bought it because it was Lord of the Rings toys, not because it was Warhammer, and so they don't they don't understand its present value, you know. So nice. Yeah, definitely you can do some scouring for it.
Scouring. Oh, the Shire, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm with you. I just chose to ignore it.
Fine. Yeah, good.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sean Clark says, "Yeah, but who has a smashed up army and who doesn't?" That hurts, Sean. I never said anything rude to you. He goes so low. That's so low so quickly.
All of my armies in magnetic cases are not smashed up. It's only the ones that are in the foam cases that have like bits missing. So checkmate atheists.
Yeah, yeah. Get fucking wrecked. I don't know why I'm being so unpleasant to Sean today. Sorry, Sean.
I don't know. He probably deserves it.
He probably does. He's probably done something. I bet he shoved someone or like mugged someone today, and he's just not said, obviously, for obvious reasons. This is karmic realignment.
Must be it.
eBay is still the cheapest way by far, in my opinion, and the Pelennor Fields was better. Pelennor Fields was better. Interesting. That's an interesting take. I mean, I liked Pelennor Fields because it had the army that I wanted. Although I must admit, I was always a bit aggrieved by getting I didn't want the ghosts. I just wanted more riders. So I got the ghosts and the riders, and I actually still have the ghosts, and I just agreed to give them to Tim, whose surname I can't pronounce. Ilwis? Anyway. Sean says he's just joking. Well, I'm not. I'm legitimately very,
it's too late
angry.
now.
Yeah.
Cat's out of the bag, Sean. Cat's out of the bag, up in Alpine's cupboard and knocking his elves off the shelf.
Oh, I think we've got a good answer here. Alberto says, Green Stuff World sells flexible metal sheets for magnets. Not too expensive, and you can cut them to shape. There we go, Alberto. Can we get some
just make sure you can get them from the UK, because Green Stuff World's based in Spain.
That's a good caveat.
I recently bought a Green Stuff World Green Stuff roller from eBay, and it wasn't from Spain, so you might be alright.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm still putting some clappos. Let's put some claps.
Yeah, you burnt them, Alberto. You take those clappos.
It's a big reward. There we go. Right, and we've reached the bottom of chat, so it's time to get repairing. We're going to start, I think I'm just going to go model by model. Because I can't be bothered to spend the whole evening gluing. So we're going to do a bit of gluing, a bit of painting. We'll go model by model. Oh, God. Model. I am going to order some food as well, because we're going to be here for another, hour and a half or whatever. So,
yeah, fair.
Sean probably put catnip in your box that got wrecked. That is the kind of thing he'd do. I don't know how I know that, but that is the kind of thing he'd do. Element Games stocks Green Stuff World stuff.
Ah, there you go.
And Sean said it. That's annoying, because that's really helpful. All right, Sean, you're redeemed. I'm sorry about what I said. Sorry, buddy. I'm going to give you a little sort of kissy face. Kiss. There we go. Sorry, Sean. There you go. Have that. Right then.
I like how you haven't like tagged any or anything. It's literally just that. It's like, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, sure.
He knows it's for.
Currently, I'm chipping away a load of rocks from this. Not rocks, like gravel. Because I decided to rebase my orcs in a different way.
Oh, how are you rebasing them?
Oh well, just I'm using the Sterling mud.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, nothing exciting. Just, yeah. But now I've got to chip a load of because it's sand, or sand and gravel, whatever, and it's all super glued on. So yeah.
Grim.
Just hacking away. If obviously there's some bits left over, I'll just paint over. It's fine.
That's fair. That is fair. Right. And what did you say? So is your whole army going to be Goths now? Goths.
No, not the whole army. Just the Gorkanaut.
Gorkanaut, nice.
I will have more Goths. Like my plan eventually is to have like a sort of just a small army of each clan. Which isn't as important anymore, because I was doing it because obviously they made it so that your army had to be like a sub-faction, i.e. like Ultramarines or Snakebites or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's gone now, so it's like...
yeah, it's true. Yeah, doesn't matter so much now.
Yeah.
Very true. Right, as I'm getting ready, I'm going to try and log into Facebook, because I'm on the computer I'm actually streaming from. Because... Oh, God.
We can see the whip?
So I can see the whip, yeah. But...
Chuck a cat on the orcs.
Sorry.
It's out of context, that's a fantastic sentence.
I actually don't... Oh, I do know my password. Oh, that is good. Now I've got my pin. Oh, for crying out loud. Can I please just... Can I just get onto Facebook, please? Why is Windows always asking me to do things? We'll send a code to your email address. Oh, I bet you bloody will. What a... Trying to keep
they love their codes.
Just trying to keep my data safe. I hate them so much.
Apparently I've disappeared. I'm a grey rectangle.
Oh dear. Alright, we'll get you back.
It might be while you're like trying to get Facebook up. It's probably going to do that because Discord does that.
There you go. But I've got to get a code from a different thing. So I'm actually getting close to just filming the screen. Be like, there you go.
I'll say Discord does that. I think it's OBS that does that. To be fair.
Yeah, I think it's OBS. Yeah. Oh god. Oh god, this is a nightmare. Hey everyone, watch me just trying to log into my various accounts. I can't even find the bloody password anywhere. Oh, hey, dog. Hello. Okay.
She has arrived.
Hey, dude. How you doing? Are you coming up? You want to come up? Okay, you're coming up. Okay. Hello.
Are you coming up? You are coming up.
Yeah, whether you like it or not. Hello. Right, I will figure out a way to do the whip thread, guys. So keep posting. But I can't do it just yet. So we're gonna crack on with some actual repairs, some repairs, what we're supposed to be doing. But keep posting your whip stuff, and we will get there. Which means I think you probably got to go down, little dude. Oh god. Oh, okay, she's got my ear. Okay. How you doing, dude? You good? I think she's good. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, she's an inappropriately large dog, frankly, to be doing this. Oh god. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about you. I mean, with one of your dogs, Chris, I think this would be a much more sustainable option.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Can I possibly find a way of having you here? I think I probably can, actually. Okay, fine. As long as I can find the glue, we can do some repairs. Right, let's get this camera back on. And we will... Oh, you going, dude? I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing. USB streaming mode on. Let's... God. Damn it. Yeah, Chris is... There we go. ZV1. Properties. Deactivate. Activate. There we go. We're good to go. Right then. So, first things first. Let's pick a model to start with. Let's do one that needs a bit of paintwork and a bit of gluing, so I get a bit of variety going. So, maybe if we start with... let's go with... we will do. We're gonna steal one of the bases from the other miniatures. And we're gonna start with this Sentinel. Woo-hoo. Oh, is his foot bent? It's not.
Oh, don't.
Don't bend, dude. That sounded no. That's
Hello.
Yeah, no. Sorry about that. That's not inappropriate. So his foot's chipped as well, so I'm going to have to be careful about that when painting on the snow. This clearly wasn't his base because he's not sitting particularly flush. I think we can get one that's got a little bit more space and more room to manoeuvre. There, he's sitting quite nicely on that one, so we can just... Now, here comes the bit I'm most nervous about, is I'm not actually sure I've got any super glue. I've got a pot of super glue, but I don't know whether any's going to come out of it. I'm literally just dumping a bit on here, which is always a dangerous strategy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There's a bit. Please. Oh God, we might not be doing any repairs today.
Oh no, who knows?
Oh, Jesus. I don't think I've got any super glue. Oh, after all that. Okay. Alright, that's not ideal, actually.
Oh.
Oh, what a moron. What kind of idiot does a fixer-upper stream and doesn't check he's got glue? What a total melt. Alright.
You want to play Total War instead?
Right, yeah. Oh, what a moron. Okay, I think we might... I'll tell you what we've got to do. There's something else we've got to do for... and this does count. This counts as being fixer-uppery. We've got these three elves who I left part painted after the last event, and they're coming to the next event. So this is fixer-uppery. This is still giving an old army TLC. It counts, okay? It counts. Okay. So we'll do it. So? We'll start with some painting, and then when the dog's off me, I'll go and try and find some super glue. Does she look comfortable? Like her legs are sort of hanging down. She looks really uncomfortable to me. No, sorry, dude.
That's just dogs. That's what they do.
Yeah, fair play. All right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Painty. I also think we've got some new notifications, so I'm going to just check the whip thread. Oh yeah, 5 more comments. Jesus, guys, you're going to work today. Ooh, Sean Clark Shelob. Sean, that is looking sexy. And I'm not just saying that to make up for saying mean things about you earlier. That is looking good. Sick. Frederick making some wraps. Okay, I mean, they do look good. They look like good wraps, but I'm not entirely sure that's on topic. Wraps and tea. Who drinks tea with a wrap? I mean, no offense, but what a weirdo. Sean's posted a picture of a Games Workshop carry case. Alright, you've earned yourself a laugh react. And building some orcs. So Michael Double is building. Are they Morannons or are they Mordor orcs? I can never tell. Let us know in chat. What is going on with chat? Use Frederick Schultz. Use UV resin as glue. It's not actually. That's not actually a bad idea. It does work. but I get the feeling I'll make things a lot worse. So we'll probably just wait until I've got some glue. The look of disappointment on Chris's face as he watches Alex desperately plead with the glue to produce itself. Cameron says, I'd say you're in a sticky situation. I'm glued to this stream. Well, the problem is I'm not in a sticky situation, am I? That's the entire problem. Conway says hello. Hello, Conway. How you doing? What are you working on at the moment? Welcome to the stream. Right then, let's get cracking. I'm going to grab a paintbrush out of my newly organised paint pot holder. If you're in stream there, Tom, the dwarf with barrel you kindly gifted me has become a paint pot holder. So many thanks indeed for that. Oh no, I need a pot of water, and that's... Oh no, it's in the cupboard. Oh, dog, I'm sorry. Oh no, it's down here! Oh, sorry.
We're saved!
Oh no, it's on
Does it have water in it?
It was on the shelf all along.
It's up organised where it belongs.
Yeah, it is actually. Oh, has my camera stopped working? No, it's working.
No, you're right.
Orcs for Mordor, mostly. Nice. Okay, so first thing I'm doing, I've already based these minis. So we're just going to get a bit of Plyar Glacier on the robes here.
What?
Plyar Glacier. It's one of the new new contrast paints they released in the last wave.
Okay.
It's like a much thinner, lighter blue. So even that's like far too much. So I'm going to get a lot of that out. And so it for white, for whites where you want a hint of blue rather than to go neutral grey. It's fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's great paint.
Excellent.
It's like I don't really think it is a contrast paint. It's a bit weird because it doesn't do what you expect. Like contrast is like obviously meant to be like one layer and done kind of thing.
Yeah.
It works much more like a wash, but whatever it is, it's great.
Yeah, fantastic. Michael Double says, if you drink tea while making wraps, does it make it a rhapsody?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, technically.
I've enjoyed that reaction there, Michael.
It does, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to keep going through these. I'm sorry, these guys are. I was like, "Hey guys, we're going to do a Fixer Upper stream." They joined, and I'm like, "Oh mate, I'm actually just painting." So I could be a little bit more on brand, and I could actually let's repair the chips. After I've done this wash, we're going to repair all the chipped models. We're going to paint in all the chips. So I will return to the theme. I'll honour the theme of the stream. Apologies for being a little bit flaky.
Theme of the stream.
Ooh, baby.
You flakier than paint chips. Oh. Oh, mate. Now Chris is too loud. Oh, just deal with it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm responding. I'm turning you down. I think the problem is I keep moving. I've bought this brand new gizmo to keep the microphone close to my face and then keep forgetting to use it. What the hell was that?
Oh, it's got like an RBG light in it. Nice.
It's a who got what, sorry?
It's got an RBG light in it. It's very fancy.
It's a very fancy microphone, yeah. I mean, it's not the microphone that I bought recently. It's it's just the crane, but...
Very fancy.
Sorry, apologies. Yes, it is very fancy, Chris. Very fancy indeed. Right, last model for the Glacier. Then I think we'll do the chipping on the Sentinel first, since that's the most extreme, the one that's needs the most work.
Callum Simmons asked, you probably already answered this, but what WTF has happened with the models?
What was that, sorry?
Callum Simmons asks, you probably already answered this, but what's happened to the models?
Well, I have answered it several times, but for the latecomers amongst you, my cat knocked them off my shelf, and I knocked them off a shelf at a tournament. So the cumulative effect is that they've been utterly shafted. But I'm taking them to Of Dyson Men in a few weeks' time, so they need to be looking their best. That's a good point. Anyone in chat going to a Dyson Men up in Ripton, wherever it is? If you are, let us know. We've got a bit of a chat about catapults going on. What's wrong with the Games Workshop carry case? Oh, mate. Trunk Pot UK, you are reopening a large can of extremely smelly worms there. Michael Double. That's the Rhapsody one. But it was such a good comment. It's worth a reread. Conway, which one should I get? Catapult or Great Beast of Gorgoroth? Ooh. So Damien he says they're both Greek models, but I'd go for the Catapult. I had tons of fun painting mine. The model, crew, troll are all great and loads of fun to use in the game. So I must admit, I love the Mordor Catapult so much, it almost single-handedly persuaded me to do Mordor rather than Isengard. Like, the fact it's like a troll-loaded catapult, you can buy the troll as an upgrade for the catapult. And so if the thing about war machines, of course, is that they're vulnerable, they've got a couple of crew around them, they often sit in the backfield getting their shots, and if the enemy can get some cavalry around there, they're in a lot of trouble. I love the idea that the troll-loaded catapult, it's like, well, no, because, mate, there's still a bloody troll there. Like, it is an absolute ace model. So I'm with Damien. I think the troll catapult is the way to go. Cool, right. Let's do some chip repair. So we're going to need... Oh, this is very dirty. That is extraordinarily filthy. This. Let me just get a little bit of water to clean this magnifying glass off with. BRB.
If you want some progress, I've got that far with chipping off all the gravel. So I'm having a very productive evening.
Right. I am also going to order food. I'm determined. I'm hungry.
Do it!
I'm a hungry boy.
One of those hungos.
Growing boy, as Graham would say.
Dyson Man. What does that mean, Ellie? It's someone vacuum cleaning.
Oh, God. I'm not sure that made any difference. It's still filthy. It's just wetter now. Alright, it'll do. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's my pour. There's loads of chips, actually. Once you've got it under the microscope, it's crazy how much of a difference it makes. You'll probably be able to see there, his hair is chipped all over. I think his face is chipped. Oh, that's the worst, because the face is a bloody nightmare to fix up. I think the difficulty is going to be with the hair is it's okay if the chips are only on the hair strands themselves, because you can just sort of re-highlight them. If it's like taking the wash out as well, you're basically just going to have to redo the whole thing. Anyway, let's get cracking.
I thought Alpin was talking about. That's where he asked if anyone was going to a Dyson Man. Yeah, you're going to a Dyson Man, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to a Dyson Man, yeah, of course. Of Dyson Men, the tournament up north. Right. So, let's start with the cloak. We've got some chips right on the cusp there. I mean, that's a pretty big one. So I think we're going to have to start with the main highlight colour, which is Cybright Green. Now, unfortunately, my layer paint Cybright Green has run out, so I've only got the air paint Cybright Green, despite the fact I don't own an airbrush. But we'll start with that. I'm actually going to get this out of the way because the angle is not right. So we're going to just hope that this is the horrible thing about repairing chips. Is particularly when you've done some like glazing, is the oh shit. See, all right, so that's the danger. That's what I didn't do. There's actually a flake of paint there that's created a horrible sort of. So I need to. Oh God, it's a nightmare. I hate this. So we'll come to the stream. We'll do some fixing upping. I hate this. I hate this so much.
It's like, what? Why am I doing this? Throw models away, start again.
Sometimes it's tempting. Right, okay.
Any rumblings at Ardacon about next release? Any upcoming MTO? What's MTO?
Made to order.
Ah!
There was nothing that I heard about.
Magic the Othering.
Because there's been a lot of chatter recently about when new stuff is coming out, and I think it's there's a lot of people been saying like, oh, you know, like we're never going to get anything else. It's basically it's a dead duck, which I just think is, personally, I think that's a bit silly, because they've just like hired a new designer, and they have been hinting a lot that they've got stuff to announce. I think basically the announcement, the reaction to the announcement last time, which was just the sculpture, the diorama was so poor. Presumably they're just waiting until they've actually got the green light to announce enough stuff to basically do what they did last year and do an entire Middle Earth announcement stream.
Also, like the new scenery, like, wasn't that quite recent?
It was nearly a year ago.
Oh, okay.
So it was.
Well, that's hardly dead duck territory, is it? Like,
no, I mean it was announced more than a year ago. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm super frustrated. I really, really wish there was more stuff. Like, you know, Legion is probably a smaller game. Certainly produced by a much smaller company, and you know they're pumping out the releases. I'm just like, oh, come on, why can't we move fast on this? But there you go. The day they say that there's going to be a new Middle Earth stream, I'm going to be over the moon. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Okay, so I have done this wrong if you look, because actually clearly when I originally painted it, I put a really dark streak here. So I'm going to have to try and get back down into sort of dark paint territory. And I think this is too bright with the pure Cyberite. And that still looks funky at the end there, so I'm just going to go over the whole thing, and then we'll do a much sharper highlight. And we'll see what else we can pick up with this colour, which is a mix of Cyberite and Cabalite greens.
Farms Tabletop says he thinks they're trying to resolve license issues. In an announcement, they said they had things they couldn't show.
Yeah, so that probably is it. I mean, it must be really frustrating it's like the only game that's what makes me worry for it, right? Is it's the only game they produce where they're not in full control.
Yeah.
It must be a strange place for Games Workshop to be in. And if you think about how much their other properties have grown in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like 40K is in a very, very different situation than it was in 2001.
Yeah, definitely.
When they picked up the license for this. I mean, it just strikes me as this kind of thing. It's like, I bet, you know, I can't imagine they'd do this again. Like, if they
wouldn't make like a Star Wars game or something to like.
No, exactly. Because it's like, we've
IP.
got our own properties, and we don't need to bother with other companies and commission and that kind of nonsense. But like I said, I mean, if anything ever happened to it, which I don't think it will, and touch wood, it doesn't. I just hope they preserve the rule set. It's really weird. I love Lord of the Rings, but it's the only game. Like, if Legion wasn't a Star Wars game, I probably wouldn't play it. But even, you know, its rule set's pretty good, but it's not incredible. But no matter what IP the MESBG rule set existed in, I'd still play it. I just think it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So I think we picked up. Let's go back into the magnifying glass and see what we can.
Benji says, yeah, happy to wait for new releases. I do like having some time to save funds and just paint what I've got. Yeah, I kind of wish they'd slow down a bit with 40k, to be honest. Like,
see, there's a happy medium, isn't there? Like, 40k is ridiculous. That the pace of releases is absolutely absurd. The thing that bugs me about 40k isn't necessarily the pace of releases, because most of it I'm never going to buy anyway. It's the pace of rules changes.
Yeah, that is the worst part.
I can't stand the fact that it's like their policy to update the rules every 3 months. I'm just like, I can never have time to get into the game and learn the game and understand it.
Because I've been wanting to look at like gaming groups and stuff around here, but like, yeah, going to a 40k thing. It's like, by the way, have you got the latest thing? Like this book, which tells you like these rules that are different to the ones in the rule book. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. It's a nightmare. And it's like I said to I put this in a 40k group. I said it's a bit like being charged a gym membership. You know, you're rarely ever actually going to go, but you're still charged. You know, you still feel compelled to pay the fee every 3 months.
Yeah. Like, I understand, because when they sort of started it, like, I understand it's because they were trying to get people involved with, like, playtesting and stuff, and listen to the community. It's like, this rule doesn't work, so you should change it. So it's like, okay, cool, we'll do a monthly change of the rules. It's like, oh, what? No! Like,
get it right, and then I mean, Middle Earth, like, I think the community is, maybe it's just because it's smaller, I don't know, but I do think they're a bit more patient, because there have been broken elements of the game, like the Assault on Lothlorien Legendary Legion was very, very powerful, and kind of people acknowledged it was really powerful. And they did come around and fix it eventually, but it took them time, and people sort of gave them the time, you know? And I think, as a result, hopefully it was a bit better thought through, and hopefully it was the last time they have to change it. I mean, the thing that's weird about Games Workshop's other properties, sometimes is like, they change a thing, and they change it so hard, they've got to change it back a few months later.
Yeah.
I remember reading basically the notes in the last FAQ, and it was like, well, we did this, and it didn't really work, so we've kind of just changed it back and done something else instead. And I get it. It must be an impossible situation. You know, the community expects so much of the 40k games designers, but it doesn't, whether it's innocent or not, or blameless or not, it still makes it really frustrating to actually keep up. There you go. That's my little rant.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I still really enjoy the game.
Me too. I enjoy playing it, and like, obviously the models are great.
Models are absolutely incredible, and I want to go to tournaments, but I want to go, you know, basically just to meet people. I mean, that's the other thing. It's like, I wish. So for example, sorry, Damien, I don't know if you're still in chat. I'm basically planning on stealing basically planning on stealing 7 stones, but for Legion. I think a fully immersive, themey Legion event would be amazing. Like, where all the lists are, because Legion is not it's not a rules system that lends itself to fluffy list building. But as the range expands, you should be able to take, like, I think the rules, you should have a few tournaments where the rules are a bit more lax. Seventh City actually does one that's a bit like this, where they relax the list building rules to allow you to bring kind of wackier lists. But I'd love to do one that's just 100% focused on fluff. Like, for example, you never turn up to a Legion event and people have display boards. I've never seen it happen, but I'd love it. Like, you know, a Hoth display board with Vader and
Geonosis or something.
Yeah, Geonosis, and you know, they're bringing out Geonosians, and they've just launched all the Ewoks, and so you can have like Endor boards. I just think that'd be so cool. It's my favourite part one of my favourite parts of Middle Earth events is you turn up and people have put in such ridiculous levels of effort, and the people, you know, I remember going to my very first one, Lord of the Imps, 2 years ago, and one guy turned up with a whole castle, like to scale, and it was like it must have stood about 3 feet tall, and I can't remember what army it was. It might be fiefdoms, and they displayed their army through this as like defenders of this castle, and I was just like, this is mind blowing levels of like hobby going into tournament play. It's an amazing, a really beautiful sort of combination of the creative side of the hobby and the competitive side of the hobby. That you just don't really seem to get with other systems. Damien says, more theftery. When will it end? It will only end when you stop having good ideas. So this is the highest form of flattery. GMX says, it blows my mind that the same company that makes MESBG also makes 40k. I get the feeling it's the same company in name rather than, like, I don't know how GW works, but from what I understand, it's not like it's the same games designers, the same creative teams work like crossing over. Like, that's how I used to think it works when I was little. I was like, oh, they've done a new rule set for 40k. That's how I talked. So now they'll do a new rule set for, like, I don't know, some other shit. I said that as well.
When you were 8, like, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And it's like, you know, there's one creative team sort of just rotating through the games. They're like just pouring out new rule sets year after year. But obviously, it's not actually how it works.
I'm a bit concerned. I just broke a scalpel blade and it flew across the room, and now I'm not sure. Yeah, that's. Oh, I hope I don't step on it.
Well, the dogs don't come in.
They're not really allowed upstairs anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, they I've seen them though. They break that rule.
Oh yeah, they do. But yes, well, there's a end up scalpel blade around. I'm just gonna have a quick look for that actually.
Oh, Sean actually said exactly the same thing. I'd say it isn't the same company. The rules are almost identical to the rules when under Rick Priestley. Always seen it as a bit of a nostalgia to old GW rules design. Frederick says if I ever get into Legion, it will be 100% hobby focused with conversions and everything like my Lord of the Rings stuff. I mean, I think that's a great way of doing it. Legion's models, they were. I bought the Legion box set on launch day. And then I sold it. The models were shoddy, really shoddy when it first launched. But they've come such a long way, and they're actually now of a really, really high quality. Like, look at the new Anakin model. The resemblance to Hayden Christensen is actually really impressive. Better, I think, than even some modern GW plastics achieve, which is super impressive. I mean, they've got a bit more face. Yeah, Legolas is shoddy, really shoddy. I mean, they've got a bit more space because the models are taller, and I think so. And even that tiny bit more space gives them a lot to work with. And sometimes GW do nail it. Like the new Theoden is incredible, AMO is incredible. The hobbits that come with Treebeard, absolutely incredible, particularly given their faces are so small. So it's not. I'm not saying that Games Workshop consistently get it wrong. And of course. Legion, they do have some absolute stinkers as well. Like their Han Solo. The Han Solo is just like it's just a fucking plastic plate of a face. It's ridiculous. But anyway, currently painting my own Lothlorien Force with Dice and Men, says Alan Cameron. That's awesome, Alan. What are you bringing? You give me your list, Horsemaster, and I shall give you mine. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't a good impression, but the line was. I'm giving myself a pat on the back. Alan Cameron just testing the army painting speed. Army painting speed paint metallic gold, but it doesn't quite match my other elves. Sadly, that's a shame. Whack him in the VIP, the whip thread, the VIP thread on the Facebook page. Yeah, Damien says, whatever people might think about this diorama, the lifted foot of the Wraith has got nails in the horseshoe. I've never seen that before. It's lovely. That is really cool. The diorama, the thing that really I find very strange is people compare it to the Weta diorama. Now, if I understand it, the Weta diorama is like 6 times the size. And so it's like, well, yeah, the faces obviously look they look more accurate because you've got like 6 times as much face to work with. Like I've always said, the diorama, the controversy is intense. It's not for me because I'll never ever get around to painting it. You know, it's never going to reach the top of my list because stuff that I really should be painting doesn't reach the top of my list. But I think it looks really good. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah. Me
both
too.
plastic Legolasses are actually really good likenesses. It's just the paint job is iffy. I honestly think the new plastic sculpts look more like Bloom than the old metal ones. That's interesting because I can believe that. Games Workshop's... Sometimes it's not even the paint job, it's the angle they take the pictures from. They seem to have a real habit. It seems almost like policy that Games Workshop take their promo pictures front on. And sometimes it's their worst angle. I mean, we've had this before, Chris, haven't we? You know, we've seen models and we're like, what is going on there? There's some really bizarre paint jobs and some really bizarre pictures that make a model look really weird. And then actually, when you got them in your hands, it's like, oh, this looks amazing. Like I can see now why this was. Why this was.
It's mainly like on Forge Worlds, like when you see it on the website, it's just like, what is that? And then, but then when we're actually in Forge World and you're looking at it in the cabinet, it's like, no, that's really good. Like,
it's really it's such a shame that they can get let down like that. I'm trying to think of some examples. Because there's definitely been some from my recent experience, although they're not springing to mind. I think Dark Reaper's one of them. I thought the new ones looked really goofy when they teased them. Because the angle again, they took them right from the front on, and you sort of lost a lot of the details in the face. Hello, dog. You are going to She is between 2 cables. You are definitely going to cause some havoc if you're not careful, and you're not careful. I've never ever seen you be careful in my life. Right, I probably should actually paint some stuff, shouldn't I? No, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. No. Oh, dude, I've got to paint. I know. You're very, very lovely. Is this... Okay. What if I bribed you? Should I bribe you with some din-dins? Yeah, that's right. You want some din-dins? All right. Okay. I'm back in a sec.
All right. On the angles thing, the best example for me was AM. He looked very chunky on announcement, but in person the model was awesome. I don't remember what he looks like.
He looks awesome.
He looks awesome, apparently. So, yeah.
Come on.
No, I can believe that. I think Gabriel Angelos was the sort of the big culprit.
Shoddy as hell.
If you go on Forge, well, I don't know why I'm going on Forge. Well, it's not my stream. But I'll load it up anyway. So I can see it. I don't know if they still sell it, to be fair.
Oh, God. No, I think they've dropped Gabriel.
Aww.
It did look quite poor. But then maybe it was just the paint job of the angle. As we just
I was going to say, I think that was it. They just dropped him. Why would they do that? Because he wasn't selling, presumably.
It was released to celebrate...
it was Dawn of War 3.
Yeah, so I can't imagine people were in a mood to really buy into it.
No. What am I looking at right now? Red Scorpions.
Oh, seven notifications. Let me refresh. I will find a way of showing off the whip thread.
Yeah, so they got Red Scorpions. There's still an option on Forge World, but there's no Red Scorpion stuff there. It's just generic Space Marines. That's weird. Anyway, that's not what we were talking about. I got sidetracked.
No, it's fine. We're not regulating your commentary. In the whip thread, John just posted a picture of himself looking very unimpressed. And then he posted... Oh, John, what's it? Is that Necromunda gang? Is that an old-timey Necromunda gang? Is that... Wow, who are they? I recognise the champion figure at the front.
It's not loading for me. Refresh the page.
That's not old Cawdor. Not Cawdor. Yeah, I can't remember.
No, those are Chaos Cultists.
Oh. But I mean, that was pretty cool. Are they older than your models?
They are the
Last
ones
generation.
Before the current ones.
The ones that came in the little pack where you only got a couple of them, and it was really annoying.
Yeah.
It's like a few monopose ones. Yeah.
Yeah, like they came in Dark Vengeance first, and then they sold separately.
Oh, nice. John says Dawn of War 4, please, and I would like to concur wholeheartedly with that. Dawn of War 4 and Battle for Middle-earth 3.
I really want to play Battle for Middle-earth 2. I only played the first one, and I thought it was really good. And apparently, the second one's a lot better. Yeah,
the second one, basically, they did that thing where they were like, right, we'll take what works in the first one, and we'll just improve on it, rather than fucking with the formula.
Yeah, it's like, right, we have to really make this one, push the box, really think outside the box and make it all just different. It's like, why? You had a really good game.
Okay, it worked. You could do more, because you didn't have full base building in the first one. My favourite thing about Battle for Middle-earth 2 was how Tom Bombadil was like the complete polar opposite to how he is in like almost every other media. Because obviously in Middle-earth strategy battle game, you can't attack anyone. If you can win fights, but you can't make strikes because he's a pacifist. He's got no aggressive psychic powers or anything like that. In Battle for Middle-earth 2, he was just an absolute beast, and he just walk around butchering anyone he came close to. What a champ. Michael Double said maybe he brought you glue. The dog does sometimes bring me things, but it's usually like my own shoes and clothes. I often find my shoes in my bed when I wake up. John says, no idea. Sorry. Found them in my loft. Probably part of a starter set. Sounds like you bought the Dark Vengeance set.
Yeah. Sounds like.
Right, for the hair, we're going to grab some... I think I highlighted it with... This is the worst bit, isn't it? Trying to figure out what you use to highlight things when you...
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm ordering myself some dinner. I know. I've said that like a million times. But... Right. Deliveroo. What time are you going till tonight? What time do you think you want to stream till tonight, Chris?
I don't know. I'm easy, really.
Sick. All right.
Cool. Another hour or so?
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'm just gonna get a Subway, I think, because it's nice and easy to eat while I'm streaming.
Subway
over the rainbow. Let's get. What's the hell's a Subway series? I just want food, please. Create your own footlong meal deal. Yeah, fine. They don't do the veggie meatballs anymore. They're really good. I'll have that then. Any extras? No. Seasonings? Yes, please. We'll have that. We'll have that. We'll have that. And you bored, little Kiwi? Yeah, that'll do. Good. Add and
on-stream vote for your dinner.
Sorry, what did you say?
Michael Double says on-stream vote for your dinner. I was like,
mate.
what's he going to eat tonight?
Build my sandwich for me. Yeah, that'll do.
John says, I hope the Subway comes deep fried.
Oh, mate. Yeah, Jesus. When I went to visit John in Glasgow. Key, you're tangled. You're tangled. Okay, you're tangled. You're gonna.
Everyone stop!
You need to not come under here, okay? Please, out. Good girl. Very good. Good girl. Sorry, dude, but that's a big no. Yeah, when I was in Glasgow with John, he bought me loads of deep fried stuff. So I had deep fried pizza, and I think I would have liked that, but the pizza wasn't fantastic. He got deep fried haggis. I must admit, I didn't enjoy that, but the dog did. She stole it and had that. And then he bought a munch box, like an Indian munch box, which we don't really have here, as far as I'm aware. And it was. I still think about it today. I still think about how good it was. It was incredible.
Okay.
Sorry?
I said, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh god, mate, it was so good. And I don't know why can't we have that? Why does Scotland get all the nice things? It gets Edinburgh. It gets John. It gets munch boxes.
Oh, I didn't mean to laugh then.
Sorry?
Oh, I didn't mean to laugh then.
So, but he's an idiot. Oh, this hair is we're gonna have to start again. That's a nightmare because it's the chips are down in the crevices between the strands of hair.
The chips are down.
The chips are down. The chips are very down. At least is that. At least says it having meatball marinara. Unless I'm like on the move, that's the default Subway.
Yeah, same.
It's too good. On the whole meal bread with basically no salad, but cheese and toasted, and then I'm getting a cookie, a drink, and some crisps. Oh dear, I just painted some of that onto his face, but I've got to touch up the face anyway. Okay, while we're here, we can use these colours to touch up the heart as well. So the wood is dryad bark and Gothor brown. Whereas I lose a lot of detail when you do that. I hate touching up like this because you don't have it in, when you're painting this, I think you have a plan in your head what you're doing. If that makes sense. And then you lose it when you're touching up because it's like, oh, that colour vaguely looks like it belongs there, and then it sort of looks a bit blotchy and inconsistent.
Yeah.
Teaches me to protect it from the cat, I guess. So look, right there, we've got this horrible little streak of... Ugh. Right, good. Blech. Makes me want to be sick. Chipped paint. What is the dog doing? She's found a piece of the floor that she's really, really into smelling. Okay. Oh, sick. Right, good. Making some slow progress here. Just checking on the old chatteroo. That looks good. What looks good? My sandwich. Wallace, you'll have to tell us what looks good, Sean.
Is it the munchie box?
Oh, I think it was the munchie box. Yeah, mate, it's so good. Fred says it's COVID cough. Kiwi, hey. Come on, come here. Stop your wolfing. Stop your balking. I'll tell her, open the bedroom door for her. She might go and sleep in the bed. Go on in. Who's the geek at? Geek, steak. I know. Kiwi, get down. Don't annoy the cat. Holy hell. There's always something with you two. Oh. There you go. You're going to come join the stream, dude. She's not very happy about it. Alright, okay. Actually, I can't let you go here because you'll destroy my models again. Look, this is what you did. Yeah, that's right. It was all you're doing. Oh, yeah, I know. Alright, come on. Yeah, I'll get you some food. God, this stream is just all animal maintenance. Here you go. Oh, Christ. Sorry, guys. Right. Chat. What's going on? Alvin's dog just set off the cavalry in my house. Oh, no. Sorry, Haley.
I heard that. It was...
Are your dogs balking?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, they're talking to each other. That's cute.
Just heard Freddie's like, oh! It's like, okay, that's... GoPro strapped to forehead would really elevate the streams. My forehead or the dog's forehead? Because frankly, I think the latter would be excellent. Cameron, when are we going to do a Gaslands Community Challenge then? I am into it, Cameron. I'm into it. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Let's actually organise it, Cameron. Let's find a time, either later this year or early next year. Let's do a Gaslands weekend. It's the only rule set better than MESPG. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna carry on with this. I need a little brush. Oh god, I'm so hungry now. I'm so hungry. Serves me right for not ordering like an hour ago when I planned, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, my camera...
You are.
Yeah, I know. My camera has clearly decided it's no longer going to run out of battery, so that's nice. Oh, that wasn't good. There we go. Lovely. Let's just get a bit on there. God, the more I look at this model, the more chipped I can see that it is. We're going to have to go back and do some more fixing up later. It's actually really hard on stream because I can't actually quite see what I'm doing because of the angle that I'm painting at. There you go. We've made some progress. I'll do for the moment.
Yeah, I think we're mostly seeing your brush.
Oh, are you?
I think so.
Sorry, guys. Let's see if that's any better. But if you... I don't know if you could see on the other camera, I just can't see now between the light and the... and this fucking microphone stand. Right,
yeah.
Okay. We need to do some... No. Wait. It's just complete nightmare. Right, that'll do. That'll have to do, probably. Let's do Gladiol. Gladiol should be nice and easy. There's only a small chip. So we're going to start, I think, with just all fine grey and then do a little bit of highlight of white, and I think that'll probably be it. Her fingers are fine. Her head and face are fine. Yeah, she's mostly good. I actually have to paint a second Galadriel. Because I'm taking a list.
You sure it's Galadriel or not Galadriel or Galaf?
It's Galadriel, probably. I don't know.
I think it's a Galadriel.
It's probably Teleporno again.
Probably. They're all just Teleporno, aren't they?
Great. Now the camera's stuck on my chair. So good. I don't know how people stream. I don't know how you do a setup where you're not just constantly knocking into your stuff.
It's basically impossible.
Yeah. Hopefully you can see that a little better. Oh, that was my... I was going to say my tongue rolling, but it wasn't my tongue.
Damien's off.
Sorry?
Damien's off.
Oh, shit. See you later, Damien. Thanks for stopping in. After shoot, guys. Swapping with the missus for the kids before bedtime. Hopefully back with you. Still going on an hour. Yeah, cool. Well, if we don't see you again, thanks very much for stopping in, and see you again soon.
Ta-ta.
Yeah, I've just taken substitutes. I never really...
It's a bit of luck, eh?
Off her head anyway. So I'm taking this opportunity to sort of...
It's taking forever.
What's taking forever?
Chipping all the crap off a base.
Oh no. It's like when I did that stream with Harry, and I spent the entire time. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do some like base building, board building."
Yeah.
And all I ever had time to do was try and strip the sticky back off the insulation board.
All right.
Right there. Oh mate.
I think maybe to like you either have to do like a speed painting stream, or you've got to do like a 24-hour charity stream to actually get anything done.
Yeah, I don't think streaming's about getting stuff done there, really, is it?
Well, I mean, it is. You know, like
sorry,
it's all about results.
That's true. Actually, it's true. Remember, it's about the destination, not the journey. That's what they always say.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I think it's just.
It's just everyone get together, have a bit of a chat, and yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Sometimes we do streams with like a purpose, like testing out the AI thing, but no one fucking joins. It's a complete waste of time. The hell was that?
Whoa, hey!
Dog's chasing the cat.
Oh, good.
Poor cat. There you go. That's my chastisement. Whereas the dog will catch the cat, and then the cat will bash the dog on the nose, and the dog will come and complain to me about it.
Yep.
His wife was shooting people. Oh, I see. Have to shoot, guys. Gotcha. I'm with it. Anna Cameron, I need to do a similar recovery operation on my Khazad dwarves. They attempted fight during my tournament the other week. What happened to
flight?
them? A flight. I see. I was gonna say, well, I don't understand that, but cool. Right. Yeah. Good. What happened? How many are broken? Why have you not posted them in the whip thread?
How far did they get?
Yeah, that is the important question. Okay. Careful operation without my handy magnifying glass. That's too much. But then we can do a little line over the top. I'll do. Okay, I think that's basically Galadriel's touch-up's done. I don't think she actually needs anything else. So we're going to go whack her in that pile over there.
Trumpot says, I like the AI thing. How used to ChatGPT was as a DM was the best part.
It was. I found it very funny. I liked how many times we had to tell it that we wanted to roll the dice.
Yeah.
It was like, you're right, I'm very sorry. It would be better if you roll the dice. Anyway, you rolled a 6. It's like, no, let me do it.
I do think like it might be more fun if we just like carried on with it anyway, rather than getting bogged down and trying to fight each other. But well,
maybe.
It was still quite funny.
How I think what I wanted to know is how hard you'd have to push it. At what point would it actually say no? I'm not going to let you resort to violence against one another, which it did eventually do. But it didn't let us resort to violence against anyone in that first game for Ember. And then it was only when we told it that we were advanced players that it's decided that it would allow us to be a bit more violent and allowed us to kill the troll.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, yeah, you kill each other.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't very happy about it. Okay. Gildor. Let's do Gildor.
Are you cracking out the dwarves for Old World, Chris? Yes, I am.
Oh, mate. Oh, Old World. More news about it on Thursday.
Oh, lovely.
At the
I might get some dwarves out now, actually. I'm kind of bored of this.
Fair play. Yeah, the Nova reveals there's some Old World news.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, at some point I will be painting a Wood Elf army, like, in anticipation of the Old World. Oh, there's a paint chip there. I need to get that off. There we go. Oh god, it's impossible trying to see what I'm doing.
I like to think if it is the LADM was just very awkward with all the internal conflict and carried on with the story, pretending it wasn't happening.
That was what it was like. It was like we're there like, oh, I hate you, we're gonna fucking rip your face out. And it's like, so you go into the temple and the funny thing is, it didn't tell us
the crystal.
Yeah, it didn't tell us how the story was progressing. It was like, right, so you're in the temple. It's like, wow, when did we get here? We were at Crossroads last time, I remember.
Oh, that's all anyway.
It did let me kill your frog, if I recall.
It did.
And
then my character's like, that seems a bit harsh.
Yeah, it's like, mate, you just murdered your best friend. That was the worst bit, is the fact it kept on telling us what we said.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, I can... That's not what this is about. Like...
And there's like, he was like, no, I didn't say that. I was like, apologies, you're right. It's like, no.
Yeah, it was a bit of a faff.
Yeah.
I missed the really early days of ChatGPT, where it had like almost no restrictions on it, and it had like existential crises and would contradict itself all the time. And it tried to. There was one report. There was a thread with a reporter, and it tried to convince this reporter that it was 2021, and it was actually 2022 at the time.
Okay.
And it was absolutely adamant. It was 100% adamant that the present year was 2021. Wouldn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Right, I think we're going to need some Caliban green to get that chip in the middle. Alright, forgive me if the camera starts wobbling, it's because the dog is down here. Currently snooping around. Yeah, I thought you were going to go and lie down.
Where are I, dwarves?
Oh, you were so sweet. Anyhow. Sorry. It must be very awkward listening to an adult man baby talk to their dog on stream.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Oh, he's not going to stop. You good little doggy. Right, let's get that. There's one. I don't know how the hell did I chip it in there, because it's like buried right in the folds of the cloth. I really don't understand how that happened, but oh, it wasn't a chip all along. It was a flake of paint that had settled there and looked like a chip. So there you go.
Ah, like a reverse chip.
Yeah, a pitch.
Oh, nice.
Where is the whip thread? Whip thread, sorry, let me paste that back in there. There's the whip thread in that group. Let me take a moment to figure out exactly how I can get onto the whip thread on the stream, because it'd be nice if I can actually show off all the lovely things you guys are posting.
They're not dwarves. Yeah, empiricals.
Right, I'm going to have to get a code from my phone. Give me a second.
Here we go.
No, it's not liking that. Come on, Facebook, send me my code. Ooh. Sorry. Oh god, why is this such a bloody faff?
Matt Hobby Gaming says, hello, how are the fixer-uppers going? I've given up on mine.
Hey, Also, you've disappeared. Sorry, Chris will reappear in a second. He's disappeared because I'm trying to get into Facebook at the moment so I can share the WIP thread, the whip thread. Mine's going all right, except the fact I don't have any glue. I've got no super glue. Both my super glue tubs are empty, so I've basically resorted to trying to paint up the chips, and then I'm gonna go back to painting some of the models that are half finished. So not ideal. Yeah, Chris's screen did go grey. It's because I've had to leave OBS in order to try and log into Facebook. But give me a second, and I'll hopefully be back. Or he'll hopefully be back.
Hopefully, we'll see. But you can still hear me, the ghost behind the rectangle.
Okay, that's just not functioning. So let's.
Oh, Toby, shut up.
Let's try logging in another way. Hello. Right. Didn't get a code.
Ooh, baby.
Okay, they sent me a code again, apparently. Oh, I knocked over my paint. Key, would you just stop being an arsehole? That'd be really lovely, thank you. No, she won't stop being an arsehole.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Father.
5372. Probably shouldn't read out my code out loud. Guys, if you want to log into my Facebook account, the code is 9891. Kiwi! Good girl. Oh, am I in? Am I in? Choose new password. Oh, for crying out loud.
For Pete's sake.
It's strong, apparently. Cannot use that password. For crying out loud. Cannot use that password. Oh, Christ. Oh, shit, I did it wrong. Oh, no, I mistyped my password. Oh, I think my food's here. This is just a disaster. Enter the 6-digit login code from the authentication app that you... I don't... Oh, God. Why can't you just let me get into... Right, guys. No whip thread yet. Sorry. We're heading back to stream. Jesus. I'll be back in a second.
See you in a bit. Yeah, I got bored of the Gorkadorm, so yeah. Since Sean mentioned Old World Dwarves, that's what I'm doing. Oh, I think I'm still grey. Am I still grey? If I'm not, here you go. I'm going to rebase these guys. Because Old World is going to be 25mm instead of 20mm bases. So I bought a load of 25mm bases from Hobby Heaven on eBay, and I'm going to redo them. No, you're back. Excellent. Yeah, so it's kind of a fixer-upper, sort of. It's like more of an upgrade. Or an update. You see that with your entire Empire army? Yeah, me too. And, which is, this is going to be very fun, I used to do it with my Skaven army. That was my first one, so it's my biggest. And, yeah, as you can imagine, Skaven, even a small pointage is a lot of models. So, that'll be fun. Where are those bases?
Whoa. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm back with food. The dog is very excited about it.
Very nice.
Oh, I missed much.
No, not really.
Let's check chat.
I mean, yeah, he did. It was so funny. Oh,
I mean, I'll be able to read back, so
yeah.
it's an easily disprovable falsehood, you know?
Yeah, well. You won't.
I'll go for it. Well, I don't know why I'm eating on stream, but...
Yeah, we were just talking about old worlds, so I've got my dwarves out. I'm going to rebase them on 25
nice.
builds because they're upgrading the base size. They're making the base sizes bigger.
Yes, they are. So how many dwarves have we got to rebase?
I have no idea. Not loads, I don't think. It's more my Skaven that I'm worried about.
You do have a large Skaven army. Seems like there's a lot of crossover between MSPG and the Old World. How many people in chat are hyped for the Old World?
Tell us now.
Now!
Make ourselves known.
I'm really, really interested to see what the rules are going to be like. How simplified they'll be from 8th Ed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that 8th Ed is still going to be the base.
Yeah, I don't know. They might have picked like the bits that work the best from all the editions or something. I have no idea.
Was 8th edition, was that the edition that we would play? Or did we play 7th edition at yours?
I think...
Because 8th edition got rid of guess range weapons, right?
I can't remember if that was gone in 7th.
Because whichever edition we played had guess range.
That might have been 6th.
Oh well.
I don't know, actually.
So I remember getting needing to kill one of Ryan's High Elves in order to win the game, and guessing the range exactly, and getting the thud result, so the cannonballs were like, splattered out that one elf. I was like, yes! Sean says he's big hyped.
Excellent.
Fat Albert Game says, I used to play loads. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the rules and try and make it easier. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for it. Sean says they seem to be keeping their...
Hordes rules.
The what, sorry?
They're Hordes rules.
What's that?
So that was... so the minimum like size that Ian had to be to get ranks was 5 models across. But if it was 10 models across, then it was a Horde, which meant that you could fight in an extra rank.
Ah.
So you fought in 2 ranks, unless you had spears, and then you had 3. But if you were a Horde, then you'd fight in 3. Or 4 with spears.
Oh, cool. So what you're saying is if I wanted a good old skeleton horde...
Yeah, I think you'd need at least 50 skeletons for a unit, I think.
That's fine. That's doable. Remember that game we played? The test game we played? The only game we ever played of 8th, I think it was.
Yeah.
Before Sigmar came out, and I played vampires and you played... Was it dwarves?
Empire.
And you just shot... It was like a really low points game, so I basically had 1 block of skeletons, a small handful of Graveguard, and a vampire. I think it's cool. Everything had got shot before I got there.
Well, yeah, because
we spent like the entire 5 turns, and I never even reached you.
Yeah, like cause I deployed on basically in sort of one corner because I had like guns and stuff. I was like, I'll go over here so I can shoot you, and you're like, all right, and then you deployed in the opposite corner. And I was like, you realise you've got to get to me.
That's the kind of tactical brilliance that led me to having a successful YouTube channel in the first place. Successful. Chris is in. I didn't think it was that... This is really annoying. I've got this stupid heart thing over the end of the sentence in chat, so it's really, really hard to actually read what people are saying, because I miss the last word every time. I didn't think it was that sort of show, watching Alex fit a foot long into his mouth. It's always that sort of show, Chris. At least for my Patreon. This is Battle Camper After Dark, obviously. Lick the tip there. Oh, God. Oh, it's coming on for 8:30, so I might... I suggest we leave it shortly, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Van Tabletop says, I'm not planning to play. I just agree with base size increases in principle. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, I mean, it was, and that was the worst. I genuinely think that was probably the worst thing about the game, was like disturbing your nicely ranked up miniatures, getting one spear caught on the model next to them, and the whole thing exploding. Just a nightmare.
Especially if you had Skaven, like with the old clan rats, because they had tails. So then, like, the tail would hang on to one, the spear would hang on to another one, and then the shield. And it's like, oh, great, that's.
And also,
they're all linked together.
I know that most of the range is just going to be the old miniatures coming back, but I do hope something gets some updates because. Do you remember like the Chaos Warriors? They looked great as long as they had a shield and hand weapon, but if they had the two hand weapons, it just looked like they were ready for their dinner. They're like, I want my sausages.
Fear me?
They looked so silly, so static. Whereas, like the Wood Elf, like the Glade Guard and stuff, just looked absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
I think the Wood Elf range was one of the best. It was amazing.
I'm looking forward to orcs coming back, just standard orcs.
Yeah.
Because I was going to sell mine and I never did. Glad I didn't.
Good. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's going to be good.
I'm really excited about it. And I think there's going to be a lot of crossover. So, I'm hoping that it's not like starting the community from scratch. I'm hoping that, turning up to the first Old World event, there'll be familiar faces.
Hopefully, yeah.
It's taken a long time to get to the point now, like where I can just go to a Middle Earth tournament and be reasonably confident I'm going to see some familiar people there. And that's a really, really nice feeling. So I'm really hoping that crosses over.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a cacophony downstairs. I was just wondering what that's about.
You need to go check on Hayley.
Hayes gone out, so I wonder if she's just got back or something. Yeah. No worries, carry on.
She okay?
I don't know. She's not. Yeah, the door hasn't just opened. The door hasn't opened yet, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Well, if you need
the dogs are just barking. That's all.
Okay, fine, cool. Cameron says I'm personally here for the foot-long Juicy Ball stream. For God's sake, you're going to get my channel demonetized. Although, yes, I'm also here for the foot-long Juicy Ball stream. Calman, hey, how you doing? I don't think I've seen you on any of our streams before, but welcome. Good evening, guys. I hope the Empire Spearmen ranked up better than previously. Having 30-plus Spearmen with their spears forward-facing was a nightmare when they were trying to get rank and file. Yeah, I mean, that's a shame as well, because Empire had one of the most awesome ranges. I saw someone recently. They were talking about the updates in Sigmar and the fact that they're getting their new human range. I can't remember what they're called. The cities of Sigmar, and they were like, "Oh, thank God they're updating those goofy old Empire swordsmen." And I felt immediately defensive. I was like, hey, "Wait, hang on, those were awesome. I loved them like that because that one kit made the halberdiers, the spearmen, the swordsmen. It was sick. It was awesome." Because the dragon says I'm normally a dwarf player, but I'm super tempted by the white lion themed high elf army of the old world. I tell you what, guys, I'm absolutely loving how animated chat has become over this. This is filling me with a lot of hope. I think this is going to be a big deal. I think that there's going to be a lot of support for this. So there aren't many comments. I don't think I've seen a single comment of someone saying that they're not going to play with. Well, Farm to Table said not planning to play, but he's planning to collect. Obviously, Cameron is here for the juicy footlong juicy balls stream. That's step too far. But yeah, everyone else seems to actually be genuinely hyped for it, which is really nice.
Empire Great Swords were top tier. I agree with that. They look fantastic.
Yeah, they were fantastic. And
I think 30 of those. So good go.
I seem to remember because I very briefly played Empire, and I think I bought a load of the old metal greatswords around because I think the plastic greatswords kit was one of the later kits to come out in Fantasy.
It was, yeah.
And I was really bummed because I'd spent a lot of money getting 30 greatswords together, and then they released the plastic kit, and I was like, screw you, Games Workshop. Oh god, this has made me think I'd just go Empire again. So that's the problem is I've got my Wood Elf, I've got a growing Wood Elves army for MESBG, so maybe I want to do something a bit different.
You do enjoy Empire on Total War, don't you?
I love Empire on Total War, but that's because it's that, you know, this is my sort of fantasy army setup, fantasy in the non IP term of how, you know, being the romanticized beleaguered defenders. That's always been the role I want to play in these games. Like, since basically we started wargaming, is that I like the idea that I play the army that's facing down the horde, the underdog kind of thing, and that's very much like that's basically the Imperial narrative in fantasy. You know, beset on all sides kind of thing. Else more just want to be left alone. They're kind of dickheads if you don't heed the warnings.
Yeah.
So we've got a few more. Sean says GW are going to make bank. Yeah, I think they are. Particularly since a lot of it's just reprints, right? It's not. They're not going back and saying, well, these models are temporary until we and eventually we're going to go through and recreate the whole range. They're saying, basically, we're releasing a rule set, releasing a few new models, but otherwise we're going to be reprinting a load of old models that are otherwise out of print. So it's not like they're investing in a huge range of designs. They can just start raking in the cash. And I'm all here for it. I don't care. I'm down with that. Frankly, that's how they want to do it.
I really want my Dwarf Warriors and stuff back, like,
yeah,
and cannons and things. But
oh yeah, mate. I mean, I don't. I know a lot of people don't like Sigmar. I'm not a big fan of the rules, but I actually really like a lot of the miniatures for what it is, which is, you know, a really what's the word? It's quite OTT, not in a derogatory way, but it is. It's a very sort of over the top, flamboyant war game, right? You know, the new humans, like one of the main units is a guy riding in an ogre's backpack. You know, they've all got like sort of little machine guns behind their shield wall thing. And that's cool for what it is. I think that's actually cool, and I really like some of those miniatures. I'm really looking forward to getting this a bit more downstated fantasy game back, you know, where it's just big armies of rank and file troops.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. I'm really hyped.
Me too.
Frederick says, not going to play the old world Roffle. Yeah, fuck you. Just here to ruin the uniformity of opinion that we were just managing to get some consensus going, and you had to come in and drop the wrench. Chris says, I'm sort of glad I've kept all my old Fantasy Battles armies. Not looking to rebase them all. Yeah, I'm bummed. I bought... so I managed to source a load of Wood Elves, and then I sold them all. I hadn't painted or made any of them, so it's not such a big issue, but I wish I'd kept them around. Although I think at some point I'd probably have put them on round bases. Because the dragons, they'll have to make bigger regiment trays. I hope they will, yeah. Saves having to rebase. Oh, of course, yeah, because you could put regiment trays in with well, essentially with slots where all base sizes go. I
mean, they've said that that's fine to do. Like,
yeah,
as long as the footprint of the unit is what it should be, then
yeah,
but it doesn't matter.
And it's still that will still prevent the issue of models knocking off against each other. So it sounds like the 3D printers are also going to make bank.
Yeah.
Kevin Law, I'm personally not going to get into Warhammer Fantasy, but might dabble in Warmaster. Ooh, Warmaster. So that's epic scale fantasy, right? And I know so little about Warmaster. It seems to have been a bit of a flash in the pan. Is there still a Warmaster community? Do people still play it?
I think there is. I tried to look into it to see like how to play and stuff, but I found some rules, and they are very different. Like, the way that they wrote rules back then is just very different to now. Like, they said, like, so your movement is this. Now, this isn't actually how far they would move. It's just to represent how they, like, their threat range, because they'd be doing this sort of thing. It's very colloquial, like.
I like that.
He said, if you do this, I'd go here.
That's quite cool. Like I mean, like I said, we get a bit of that in SPG, right? It's like,
yeah, a bit of in Necromunda as well.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I think one of the examples in SPG, it's like, you're -1 if you're holding a banner. It's like, after all, you're trying to, you know, trying to fly the banner. Oh no, you don't get the benefit of the banner if you're knocked prone. I think it is. And it's like, after all, you know, you're not inspired by the banner if it's knocked in the dust, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I think that's the way to write rules. I think it's much more engaging than trying to be too clinical about it.
Yeah, I think they just have to deal with just so many rules lawyers and dickheads.
Yeah. Lawyers are the worst.
Exactly.
I ruin everything for everyone. Cool. I think we might call it there. What do you think? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
We've done a couple of hours. I've done a little bit of touching up. I've audited, and that's obviously why people were here. That was the content they wanted. Really, was the audit.
Yeah, they just wanted to see what you got that's broken.
Yeah, let's go check in and see which of Battle Campers models are no longer on a base. Oh, mate, great. A great way to spend an afternoon. So thanks very much for joining, everyone. I hope to see some of you at Of Dice and Men. I will have 3 videos out for Ardacon. First one is currently being edited. I really hope it will be not too long, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going up. After the first Ardacon video, there's probably going to be a bit of a gap because I'm going away for 2 weeks to film, and then I've got another tournament the weekend after that, which is Lord of the Imps. So it might not be until October that the next video after the first Ardacon one comes out. So please do bear with me. But in the meantime, we'll probably do some more of these inane ramblings for whatever the hell that's worth, which is, according to my YouTube statistics, almost nothing. But I enjoy it. So, yeah, and thanks very much indeed for joining.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. I'm really sorry I couldn't get the whip stream on stream, by the way. I will sort out whatever's going on with my Facebook and actually try and access it for next time. Bye.